do y'all think? Do y'all think Amber and Joseline should be removed from the show and the university, period? Do you think they should just be on suspension and have to do their work from like separate hotels? But, you know, once they complete their work, they can participate in graduation. What do y'all think? Now, let me tell you what I think. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brandy Yvonne channel. Of course, I'm your girl, Brandy Yvonne. Here at my channel, we do fun reviews, recaps, and discussions of all of our favorite shows. This video, y'all, we are talking BET Plus's College Hill Celebrity Edition. This is season 2, episode 6, titled The Breaking Point. The episode everybody been talking about down to the social media streets. So we finally gonna get into it, y'all. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, y'all. Please continue to support this channel as it grows, y'all. If you have a particular show you want me to review that I am not reviewing, please drop it in the comments. I've been debating in my mind on reviewing Sisters. It's just so hard to live in Tyler Perry land, so I don't know yet. But if you got a show you're like, I want you to review this, put it in the comments. Please put in the comments. Let me know. Because I'm definitely looking for more things to review that will work for me. So just let me know what y'all are into. Don't forget to also subscribe to this channel. Thank you for all the support. We're trying to reach a milestone, so I need y'all to click that subscribe button, share the video where y'all like to share y'all content. Y'all got BET Plus. Y'all pay for BET Plus, or y'all borrowing somebody else's BET Plus? Let me know in the comments. I want to be nosy. Let's talk about it. Anyway, let's get into the episode. I'm probably not gonna go through all the details like I typically do, because I want to get to the meat and potatoes and the heart of the issue. I also don't want to spend too much time on this video because I still got to get my workout in, y'all, because I didn't do it this morning. It's all good. All right, so this episode, they wake up, you know, next morning, night before, from all the drama with the aux cord. Kway does apologize to Amber, but, you know, he's still feeling like Joseline trying to start some mess. He had a sneaky suspicion. So anyway, Amber's like, you know what, she ain't got the capacity to deal with all that. You know, Iman's thing was it's not that deep. All right, so everybody's getting ready for Halloween, right? And so there's some pictures in the house that are making them feel uncomfortable. They swear they all having these crazy dreams and spirits is in the house and ghosts and all this. I said, it might be some spirits in the house. They all having the same kind of crazy dreams. And then I guess it gets to be nighttime. They're hearing footsteps and doors slam and all this stuff. And so Ray J come in the room and he say a word of prayer. He trying to stab the ghost and all this. And Amber says she didn't believe in that, but she happy to have Ray J in the room. I'm like, girl, you better believe in the power of prayer, okay? So, but you know, to each his own. So, when Ray J prayed, I said, yeah, he did the right thing. Just pray, you know, plead the blood of Jesus over the room. Get the Bible out, get some holy oil out if we need to go to that level with it. I don't know, but you know, everything seemed to get better after he prayed. I'm just saying. So then I guess it's like the next day, and they're getting ready because it's Halloween, so they all decide to dress up and go to class. I was trying to remember back to my college days. Wish she was so far away now, y'all. But anyway, I don't remember dressing up for Halloween like during the day for college. Like, yeah, nighttime, that's when you got dressed really. But I'm not a big Halloween girl, let me tell y'all that. I'm not that big of a Halloween girl. I could care less about Halloween. That's just not my holiday. It's just not my brand. Just not my thing. But I remember people would dress up and go out at night. I remember it was a big deal trying to find the parties. But I don't remember in the daytime people coming to class in costumes in college. Like, did they do that at y'all undergrad? Because I don't remember that at UC Davis. I don't remember that. But anyway, so they dress up. Joseline dressed up as Harley Quinn. Tiffany's like a scary schoolgirl. Ruth Parker dressed up and I would wish she was doing. Maybe she was a scary lady. I don't know. Iman was a scary person. Amber Rose was Eminem. She nailed it. Okay. So anyway, they go to the civil rights class, I believe, and they were talking about, he shifted gears to the whole student aspect. Dr. Johnson, I believe, shifted gears to the whole student aspect of the civil rights movement. You remember they had the, I think it's called the SLC, was part of the They worked with CORE and NAACP and part of the Civil Rights Movement. And I believe that's Student Leadership Conference, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, and so he talked about how, some Congress people came up with this idea to like continue to keep the schools segregated and just pour more funding into the black schools. And so, Tiffany was like, nah, we got to protest that right away. We're not here for that. Ray J was like, no, we need to sit down and really think it through. The black people need to come together more. Ryan also spoke up about it. And Amber was going to say something as well. And then Joseline said she think that they should have kept the school segregated and have a black school. First of all, she barely pronounced segregated right. Secondly, like, girl, what? No. And Kway, he said that didn't sit right with him. Like, it's about inclusion, moving forward. Like, yeah, no, we don't want to keep the schools separated. Like, it's good to have our stuff in the black community. Don't get me wrong. It's good to have our HBCUs. It's good to have our everything we have, our churches, our stores, our businesses, all of that good stuff. But also it's healthy for us to learn about other cultures and let other cultures learn about us in a healthy way, not an appropriated way. And plus, how you know they wasn't going to send enough funding? Like, they not going to, it's separate but equal, but was it going to be fair? Was there going to be equity? They was not going to send to black schools the same amount of money they sent to white schools. Trust me. So no, that was not a good idea. Ryan was talking about black people really coming together and stuff like that as well. And so Amber said that it would be hard for her because her mom, I believe she said her mom is half black and white. I thought her mom was full black, so her mom is half black and white. And so it would be hard for her because she wouldn't be able to go to school with her white family because, back then, you got to drop a black, you black. And so the professor explained that whole, we've heard this years and years and years now. The whole 1/8 rule, any little ounce, you got an eighth of black or 1/16 black, you black. At the end of the day, I'm sure Amber Rose, people see her as a black woman. I'm not trying to label her. I'm just saying she presents as a light-skinned black woman. I actually didn't know she was biracial until this show. I thought she was just a light-skinned black woman. It's a lot of people in entertainment industry that you wouldn't even know they were mixed. Like, for example, Tia and Tamara. I never knew until they had the reality show that they were biracial, that their dad was white. Some people, you just take them being black. You don't, you can't tell. So, anyway, so Amber was saying how that kind of struck a nerve with her. But, that class is one of her favorite classes. She said she learned the most out of it. She ain't going to let Joseline ruffle her feathers. So then they go down to the African American literature class, and the professor, her name is Dr. Jackie something. But anyway, they were talking about Langston Hughes, and she had Orion read the poem by Langston Hughes called, I can't think of the title of that poem, y'all. Drop it in the comments if you remember it. But basically it was about his love for black women, or him praising black women, I should say. And so, because at that time black women weren't celebrated, I feel like that's a battle maybe we're still dealing with today. What do y'all think about that? Let me know in the comments. Are we still dealing with black women being celebrated today? Is that still an issue? I feel like in some areas it is, and some maybe we've made a little progress. But everything is still a journey though, right? So Jocelyn was like, yes, because black women are beautiful. Like, if you white, like, sorry, you that's not it. You're not cute, but black girls look cuter. And so then the professor was like, Jocelyn, like, you can't be offending people like that. And so Jocelyn looked around, she said, we only got one white girl, but that's Amber. She only half white or something like that, she said. And so Amber got irritated, so Amber left because she was like, she don't want to lose her cool, so she left. So then the professor had Orion read another poem about from Langston Hughes, and it was about I can't think of the title of that one either. I hate I didn't remember those titles, but that poem by Langston Hughes was about how black people basically, especially at that time, had to tapering down your blackness or uphill battles about your blackness because they wanted to fit in white people, and in order to fit in they had to do what the white middle class people did, and doing what was acceptable, blackness and all that kind of thing. Kind of like our respectability politics of today, kind of like that, where that comes from. you know, trying to prove yourself as being a good black person or whatever, kind of like that. So, anyway, so Orion read that poem as well. And so, she asked them, you know, how does that relate to you personally? Like, what uphill battles have you had to deal with as far as your race and things like that? So Tiffany shared her confessional that, you know, people stereotype her to be the angry black woman, and she's more than that. Ray just shared about how he has a business, but, you know, he dresses the way he does, but people may not, you know, believe that he has all these businesses in tech, and he really does have those Raycon things. I don't own none. Do y'all own some Raycons? So anyway, so Amber came back in class, and she talked about being biracial as her uphill battle because of her mountain. Because, you know, in the white space, in the black spaces, if she says something in the black spaces, let me start over. In the black spaces, if she says something that's not black enough or agreeable, then they see her as a white girl. And in the white spaces, if she says something that's not agreeable, then they see her as black. And it's hard because she doesn't always know where she fits in. And Joseline was like, well, I see you as a black woman. Like, I see you, when I see you, I look at you, I see you as a black woman. And so Amber's like, well, no, that's the point. Like, you can't say what I am. Amber's tired of people labeling her, y'all. Okay, so Joseline is like, you know, so then Amber brings up what Joseline said earlier. Joseline said, I'm sorry if I offended you. I didn't mean to offend you. However, like, you know, I see you as a black woman. That's what you are. I know you partially white, but like basically you present as a black woman. And she says she understands what Amber's talking about because she grew up in Puerto Rico. She's like, you know, Spanish, and people try to say, oh, you black, but you Spanish. And she says she chose to be black, and that's what she is. Now, there's some similarities to their experience there. However, let Amber have her experience, Joseline. And this is where it went left for me. So then Joseline is going on and on. I'm letting Amber speak. Amber is like, okay, but, you know, I'm just saying what's for me. Like, I'm saying what I go through. You know, you can't say, like, she's like, I'm biracial. But Amber's basically thing is, like, you can't deny my one side. My dad is white, she said. Like, you cannot, like, yeah, you see me as black, but she don't want to deny her white side. And so then Joseline is just going on and on. She should have stopped. The professor was like, Joseline. Professor lost, you know, control of her classroom. But, you know, it's college level, so they're adults. So, like, I'm a high school teacher, so there was probably more intervention than I could have taken than college professor. Okay, I felt bad for college professor. Oh, I felt so bad for her. I feel bad for her because that is like the last thing you want to happen in your classroom. So anyway, Joseline then proceeds to say, oh, you know what the problem, you know, you took it personally, me and you was cool, so you shouldn't have took it personally, and you know what, the bottom line with you is, you know, let's just say what it is, you want to be a white girl, that's the problem with you. So they was going back and forth. When she said that white girl comment, y'all, Amber got up. I said, oh, this is where it's going down. She walked, and I guess she popped her or did something, because next thing we know, they cut the camera. So BET Plus said they not showing no fights on their channel. They won't be labeled as Zeus. They won't be labeled as Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We won't be doing none of that over here. No Love and Hip Hop, no Zeus, no fighting, no Bad Girls Club. They ain't doing none of that over here at the BET Plus network. Okay? So they cut the cameras. You can hear Joseline saying, screaming. You can hear New York like, oh my God. You can just hear everybody going off. They showed the hallways. Then they showed some little stuff, words on the screens talking about, you know, BET and ASU, they don't condone violence. There's better ways to you know, deal with your stuff. You can talk to somebody before it escalates and all that. Okay. So then the producers came. They had to come get Joseline's backpack. They had to separate them. The professor said, let me say this, like, you know, race is very, very sensitive topic. Like, when people are speaking about what's personal to them, they have to respect their views, Joseline. And she's let them know, like, race is a made-up thing, and it affects everybody, as you can see. And it is. Race is a social construct. And it makes people very, very emotional, as we can see. So anyway, you know, they get all separated. Everyone's kind of talking about it. Orion and Iman and Tiffany are talking about it. You know, they sucks that, you know, Joseline went too far. Amber threw the first blow. They don't want neither one of them to get kicked out of school. They want them to still be able to graduate. Parker is not feeling Joseline at this point. She's like, I'm biracial, so I'm offended as well by what Joseline said. And let me just say this, y'all. I'm not biracial, so I can't fully identify with what their experience is. And I know sometimes maybe as white people, we don't take biracial people's experience seriously. But like hearing what like Amber and Parker said on the show, I could only imagine like, and I've heard other, biracial people's experience, and 3 of my siblings are biracial as well. So I could just only imagine what they feel like trying to fit in to the black side and maybe not feeling black enough. So I feel like, why it just sucks. It's so much to unpack, and we could just talk about it days and days and days and days. First of all, why do people have to prove their blackness to the black people? Like, that's a problem for me. That just irritates me. Y'all try to say that, don't box me in. We are, black people are not a monolith, but we make ourselves a monolith because when someone don't fit into what we think blackness is, we want to say they're not black enough. So I don't know. It's so many things to talk about. Just because, now let me tell you, I tell my little siblings that are mixed, like they're mixed with white. Their mom is half black and half white. At the end of the day, everybody gonna see you as a black person. They can tell you black. Like there's no covering it up. And I also tell them you don't have to do anything to prove your blackness. You don't have to be, quote unquote, be hard or be this or be that to try to prove your blackness to other people to fit in. I also let them know that because I have another sibling that I feel that's what he was trying to do. But anyway, but at the end of the day, people gonna see you as black, okay? There ain't no hiding that. We can tell you black. So, I just can't imagine what they go through. So I really can't, and that would be something I would like to explore more, like what they really go through. It just sucks. It sucks. I felt bad for Amber Rose in that moment because she was just trying to explain what she feels. I don't think now I didn't hear clearly what she said because I know people were saying she said that she doesn't see herself as a black woman or she sees herself as biracial. I hope she knows that she occupies more black spaces than white spaces as far as media goes, and that's what she is benefiting from and eating from. I would think Amber Rose knows that, though. I would think that. I don't think she's trying to say she want to be a white girl like Joseline said, but whatever. So anyway, Joseline had to go back to the house. Amber's talking to the producer. Amber saying like she was bullying me. She put her finger up like this at me, whatever. She's like, I shouldn't be kicked out of school. They both had to go to hotels, separate. Everybody in the house is kind of talking about it. Iman came home. Well, Kway and Ray J kind of got into it a little bit and about it. Not really, though. And then Iman came home and told Kway, like, I apologize because you said something was more serious going on in the house and I didn't believe you. And I could have, if I would have known that or picked up on that, I could have stopped it. I'm like, Iman, you couldn't have stopped it, sir. They were going to do what they were going to do, okay? Ray J thing is like, we supposed to be over here promoting black excellence and we over here fighting over who's, black enough and all that. Like, I agree with Ray J for a change. Like, what is going, this is stupid. This whole thing was stupid to me. And so unnecessary. Joseline doesn't know when to be quiet. She does not know how to read a room. She does not have any tact. Like, there were so many other ways. Even if you had a question about Amber Rose's her being biracial and does she, identify herself more with white or black or whatever, you could have had that discussion in a much better way, a much more sophisticated way. But what are we expecting from Joseline Hernandez, y'all? What are we really expecting from her? So anyway, everybody got back to the house. They just, they over it. They done. Ryan was cooking. Tiffany, she's still trying to push up on Ryan. I thought she had a fiance. That's white, by the way. Anyway, later on in the night, they get a text from Dr. Petty. They're going to get their grades. Dr. Petty does notice that 2 people are missing. She said, we ain't going to talk about that on here. I'm finna share my screen so y'all can get these grades, okay? Parker got like the highest remarks. She got all A's and like 2 B's, I think. I think she got the highest GPA. It was 3.67 or 3.75. Iman also got like a 3.72. Orion got a 3.75. Parker must have got 3.79 or 3.8 or no, Parker got a 3.8, I think. Iman got 3.72. Orion got 3.75. Tiffany got around a 3.0, I believe. She got a C or two, or C and a D, I think. She didn't do so good in the seminar class, but she's happy. You know, she'll take some B average. She good with that. Who else did we have? Ray J. He actually got a 3 point something. He got 2 C's and 3 A's, I think. I was very shocked, but glad to see he did show improvement and he wants to continue to improve. So good for him. He called Nene to tell Nene about that, and she's like, good for them A's, but you gotta do better on them C's. Which was cool, because he's like, I'm on season 2. Like y'all didn't play that call already? Okay, production. So anyway, Kway was the last one we did grades for. Now, I'm expecting Kway to get good grades. No, Kway got a 2 point something, y'all, like 6, 7 or something. He got D's and C's. She said he had a 61% in, I forgot what class it was. She told him, like, the main thing with you is time management. You got to work on time management. Because, you know, he was so obsessed with making the band and doing the Magic City Classic that, you know, he wasn't really balancing it all. So she's like, you got to balance it out. You got to have that time management. So key. I struggle with time management. But it came to college, though. I would stay up all night and write a paper. Like, I wasn't going to let them assignments suffer, okay? Yeah, I waited till the last minute, but I'm going to get it done. So, anyway, he got to just, you know, strategize better. And he felt sad and everything. But, you know, everybody's like, you know what? You just got to go in there and make up whatever assignments you can make up and do what you got to do. And so then we see the next day, Amber and Joseline are going to go meet up with Dr. Petty and the guy, I don't know his name, and kind of plead their case. And we're going to see next week if they end up getting to stay at the university or not, or if they continue to, you know, stay on the show or not. Amber thinks that she should just be suspended but do her work from home. I don't think that would be a, you know, big problem. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think Amber and Joseline should be removed from the show and the university, period? Do you think they should just be on suspension and have to do their work from like separate hotels? But, you know, once they complete their work, they can participate in graduation. What do y'all think? Now, let me tell you what I think. First of all, I believe that Joseline, they both was wrong. Let me say that. Because, you know, I wish Amber didn't let Joseline take her out of character. Now, Joseline was wrong. She kept talking. And you can't continue to talk and think no one's going to do something. Now, that is for sure. However, I wish Amber would have read her for fifth. I wish she just would have got up and walked away because it wasn't worth it. Like, Joseline ain't worth it. She was not worth Amber's education and her experience at the university, because I feel like she was getting such valuable experience that she really enjoyed. So, in my opinion, yeah, Joseline was talking too much and she needed to be put in her place, but Amber could have did it in a much more suave, sophisticated way than, you know, hitting her. I got it. She was tired. She was pushed to her breaking point. Don't get me wrong. I get that. Sometimes people push you to your point and you don't know what to do. But I wish she didn't let Joseline take her out of character. I wish she just would have handled it in a much different way. I wish there was more that the professor could have done. Not that I'm blaming her. It's kind of hard in a college setting, but I wish she would have like made Joseline get up and leave or something. But you know, maybe they would have fought at the house later. I don't know. I overall do think that Joseline was very inappropriate with her comments. I think that Joseline should be required to stay at a hotel and be suspended and do work from the hotel. I think that Amber should as well. I think they should do like a conflict mediation situation with both of them, and then they both can do graduation if they complete the program. That's what I think. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. It's a big discussion. We could definitely debate about it in the comments. It's a lot to talk about with this episode for sure. So many hot topics. And like the BT people said, you know, so much going on in our community right now. We got to do better with like how we handle conflict. So anyway, y'all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I will talk to y'all soon. Also, don't forget to go check out the Love and Marriage Huntsville videos and catch up on these College Hill videos, y'all. Like, don't be playing with these videos. Anyway, see y'all soon. Bye.